So we are going to start by going to Desmos. Desmos is a website that lets you graph, any shape, linear, quadratic, polynomials, have lots of curves. Like, check this one out on the board. This is what Algebra 2 is doing right now with the graph to the 5th power. So, graphs can be great. I mean, there's so much. So many different types of graphs. So what I'm doing with this and why I'm showing it to you now, let me enlarge everything so it's huge for you. Notice how this is just a normal line, 1/2 x plus 2. So if I decide that I want to change the line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, here's my f of x. My function is 1/2 x plus 2. Then I have this g of x in my second line. G of x means, well, I don't want to call it the same thing, but it's still an equation. So I'm able to do g of x or h of x. This all is another way of saying, here's the equation of a line. It goes in alphabetical order, but f of x is the most popular, and then you might see a g or an h. So what it's saying is, a new equation is going to be my original f of x, 1/2 x plus 2, plus, and then I do this k. A k in math, it's the first time we've seen it, a k in math is the same thing as a y-intercept. The k is a y-intercept, and the k is going to have the ability for me to play around, and I'm going to move this up or down. So here we go with k. What if I did plus 4? So tell me right now what I just did with the red and the blue. Yeah.
You changed the y-intercept to 4.
I changed the y-intercept to 4. I moved this graph up. It was at 2, and I moved it up how many higher? 2 higher. Let's go down. -3. My y-intercept is 3 lower than it was before. It was at 2, and I dropped it down 3. The lines are still parallel. They have the same slope. I just am shifting this line up and down by changing my k. And again, I'll just do one more. Plus 1. So this is 1 higher. The y-intercept is not at 1. The blue line is not at 1. It's 1 higher than my graph. My f of x, 1/2 x plus 2, plus 1 higher. Alan. Oh, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I couldn't tell. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to go to this. Okay. So vocab, horizontal and vertical. Horizontal line goes like this. A vertical line goes up and down. I just need to make sure you know that, because this. Oh, what do I want to do for you? I can do this for you. I think this is much better for your eyes. Yep, that's much better. Okay, so horizontal and vertical lines. All right, the positions of 2 baby sea turtles making their way to the water after hatching their eggs on land is recorded. So, I've named the turtles because, why not name a baby turtle? All right, so they move at the same speed. They have the same slope. They have the same tilt. But I now have 2 turtles, and I need to talk about both of them. Byron is the top line. Frank is the lower line. So let's find the speed of both of these turtles. How would I find the speed of Frank? Frank is the lower line. How am I going to find the speed? And by the way, speed is the same thing as rate of change. What is the slope? What is the rate of change? What is the speed of Frank turtle?
1.
1. Rise over run. 1 on 1. What is the speed of Byron turtle? 1 over 1. Good. What is Frank's starting point? Where was Frank's y-intercept? Frank's at 0. See how he begins 0 feet? And then, okay, that's my y-intercept. 0, comma 0, or 0. What's Byron's starting point? Don't answer every question. 2. You guys know that. You never, even in any class, you never just like volunteer again and again and again and again. Drive the teacher crazy. So, now I need to put together my mx plus b. Because if my starting point is the same as my y-intercept, then I'm able to write equations for Frank and an equation for Byron. So what's Frank's equation? F of x equals slope mx plus b. Slope x plus y-intercept. Yeah.
For Brian or for Frank?
Let's do Frank first.
So the f of x equals 0.
I'm going to do my slope first.
Oh yeah, it's for Frank, right? It's
Frank.
1x.
1x. His y-intercept is 0. I don't put plus 0. No one's ever going to put plus 0. You just leave it empty. So now let's do Byron. Someone else. Byron, go ahead. Good job. 1x plus 2. So that seems easy enough, right? Please notice that Byron is 2 higher than Frank. It's just a shift. I rose up just 2, but the line is exactly the same looking. So what we're going to start talking about is how I can transform lines. So we already did. Oh, here we go. Okay. Given, oh wait, backside, I'm sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Byron's equation is translated vertically by k. So here's what I'm going to have. F of x equals mx plus b. And then I want to let you know that b now is also a k. K and b, they both mean y-intercept. So now that we're getting into higher level math, k is a representation of y-intercept. So let's try number 2. Let f of x equal negative 4x. I need to graph this line. It does not have a y-intercept. So I want to see you begin, obviously it's plus 0 because there's no y-intercept. So I'm going to begin at 0. And then I'm going to go down 4 over 1. And the over 1 is 1 to the right. All right, here we go. Down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to the right. I could go again. And I absolutely need to reverse it because it's really important to me as a teacher that I see the negative left side and the right side. So this line, connect the dots, la, 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 is my f of x. All right. Now I'm going to go below the graph. Did you connect the line? Now I'm going to go below the graph and it says, now graph negative 4x minus 3. I just put a y-intercept on this red line. This y-intercept is negative 3. The k means that I move f of x down 3. I'm going to move my f of x line, my red line, down 3. So my y-intercept is going to be at negative 3. My slope is still exactly the same, down 4 over 1. So can you guys please graph a y-intercept of negative 3? My slope is negative 4 over 1. I'll reverse it. Up 4, left 1. This I'm calling g of x. G of x. So k is now -3, which means the whole line moved down 3. Okay, ready? Third line. Graph h of x. We could just use letters of the alphabet. H of x, -4x. My y-intercept is now 1.5. My y-intercept is 1.5. Move f of x up 1.5. So I'll do this in green. How about? Please plot first a y-intercept of 1.5. 1.5 is in between 1 and 2. Right there. See it? And if I'm going to go down 4, then I need to make sure that I'm in the middle of the box every time. Down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, over 1. I'm still in the middle of a box. I never hit a little corner. I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to go up 4. 1, middle of the box. 2, middle of the box. 3, middle of the box. 4, middle of the box. And left 1. This is very close. But it's still parallel. That's h of x. H of x. So what's happening is I am changing this line by shifting it up or shifting it down. And the k, the number at the very end all by itself, is what tells me how to move. So what I've provided for you is practice problems, but I need to go through a lot of them with you. And since I'm recording, I really want to go through a lot of them with you. So can you guys turn the page and go to this page right here that says classwork homework? So, given f of x equals 3x. So this has, stop. This has a y-intercept of 0. And then I'm going to do number 1, plus 8. That means that my y-intercept, describe how g compares with f. F of x is just 3x plus 0. Now if I put a plus 8, my k tells me to go up or down. I'm going up 8. I could write, let's be clear, f of x moves up 8. Okay, what about number 2? 3x, and instead of there being a y-intercept of nothing, I now have a -4. Tell me, somebody, what just happened now? Move down 4. F of x moves down 4. All right. Number 3. It's hard to see, but F is labeled. Here's F. Here's G. F is the top line. All right, f of x and g of x. What value of k made f go into g? How did f of x become g of x? I either moved up or down because it's a k. So look, f of x is above, g of x is below. How did f of x become g of x? How did that line, did it go up? Did it go down? It moved down, and I'm just going to say down 3. So k, it moved, it being f of x, down 3. So k would be negative 3. The k value is your up and down movement. K means up and down. It's your y-intercept. Okay, I'm going to let you do number 4 on your own. Let's talk about number 5. Suppose f of x equals negative 2x plus 5. Describe how the graph of each function compares to f. Number 5. All right. I originally had f of x, negative 2x plus 5, and then plus 12. So my f of x was this, negative 2x plus 5. And then I said, oh, but I want you to add 12 to the equation up above. So we're adding 12 to only the 5. This equation, negative 2x plus 5, has a 12 added to it. So simplify that. What is negative 2x plus 5 plus 12? What is negative 2x plus 5 plus 12? You've already helped me. Someone else. Negative 2x plus 5 plus 12. I want you to simplify that so that it's easier to understand. Yeah. Negative 2x plus 17. Very good. My new function, my g of x, is negative 2x plus 17. I'll set up number 6 for you. Okay, you'll have to do 6 by yourself. Because there's like 2 pages, guys, of classwork / homework. So I'm going to do a lot of the classwork with you. I'm going to turn the page over. Okay? Here we go. Number 7. What value of k transforms the... What's that? What value of k transforms the graph 1/2 x plus 3 into the graph of g? So f of x is 1/2 x plus 3. F of x is right here. G of x is here. So you really have to look at the graph and kind of like, where does it say f of x? Where does it say g of x? All right. Let's talk about it. What happened? How did g of x move? What happened? I start with f of x. And then I have this line above it. What kind of movement happened? What happened to my k, Joanna? It went which direction? No, I start with f.
Oh, it went up.
It went up how many?
3.
So k equals 3. My new g of x is k. If I'm adding 3 to my y-intercept, what's my new y-intercept? If I'm adding 3, what's my new y-intercept? What's my new y-intercept? Just look at g of x, or add 3 to 3. 6. 1/2 x. The slope is the same. The tilt is the same. 1/2 x plus 6. Okay. So number 8 is the same thing it's asking. And you just have to say what movement. Start with f of x. How did it become g? You always go in alphabetical order. Are you with me? Thank you, sir. All right, so do number 8 on your own. What happened to f of x that it became g of x? What movement was that? Oh, I see a lot of 4s. Everyone agree? Is it 4? It's 4. K equals 4. So f of x is 1/2 x minus 2. And g of x is my f of x, 1/2 x minus 2. And I went up 4. Yeah? Up 4. So this right here that I added, this tells me that I'm adding 4. And then you guys know that this is then 1/2 x plus 2. And yeah, that's what it is. Here's my 2. One half x plus 2. All right, so the next page you're going to do on your own. I'm going to stop the video.